Hello and a very warm welcome from myself and the SWS team, where you join us back down at the historic Larkfield complex in Kent, where we're hosting our yearly charity event, The Match. This year we're working back in partnership with the Men's Mind Project, raising money and important awareness surrounding men's mental health. We have 39 anglers on site at the moment who have been walking the lake since the early hours of the morning in readiness for the watercraft draw, which will be taking place at 9 AM. This year the match is taking place across Larky 2, the Railway Lake, and one of two of our new waters for 2024, the Conservation Lake. Following the success of last year's event, where we raised just shy of £9,000 to help support the Men's Mind Project, we've once again received an overwhelming amount of support from the angling community, setting the foundations for another successful fundraising event. We have an action-packed weekend planned, with our social event taking place on Saturday, which will see us host a big raffle and a hog roast and a presentation on Sunday. All three lakes have been fishing pretty well over the last couple of weeks, with the Railway chucking up a few of the lake's originals, which only come out a couple of times a year. Fingers crossed, the action continues over the course of the weekend.
Three, two, one. They're phoning. I don't work. Did you do it? Oh no.
Well, here we are a year after the first event, and what an event it was. And the amount of benefit that everybody has achieved from this last year's event is untrue. I myself, I still suffer with PTSD. No, I do not suffer with it now. I've learnt to live with it due to the help I've had from the members of the group. My life has changed immensely. I'm in a lot better place personally. And that's mainly due to the fact that we can get the help and support that groups like ours give people. What has changed in the last year? Because of the event and because of the money raised by all you good people, we've been able to get through quite an immense amount of people getting counselling that we've paid for, in a total of 116 hours of counselling. If they go to the National Health, they're going to get a phone call in 12 weeks. We get them in counselling within 2 weeks. And that is all thanks to the money we've raised in this event. Also this year we've done quite a few pizza nights, so the blokes can have, we know sometimes that they've not got a lot of money, and also with a pizza night, it's a bit more laid back, a bit more just friendly chat, and some of the people benefit more from that than sitting in a group because it's just one-to-one. We've also got an allotment now, which, mate, the blokes love it. They go down there on a Saturday, chat whatever, dig a few potatoes, do whatever they want to do down there. It's just another escape, another way of meeting up, because half of the people that, I say lonely is probably the wrong word, but they feel isolated because of their mental health issues. They can't go out like they used to. They can't go down a pub like they used to because you don't want crowds and you don't want people knowing how you feel, which is part of being a man. Because we can't just go up to someone and say, "Oh, mate, I don't feel too good today, should we go for a coffee?" We should be able to, but there's something in our psyche that just doesn't let us, which is what we're trying to stop by doing the talks in schools and colleges and universities, where hopefully we can catch them young enough to not end up with the stigma that you get when you're my age and you're growing up in a generation of man up, grow a pair or get over it, because men don't have mental health issues. Let's put it into context. What time did we get up this morning? 5 o'clock? It's now 12 o'clock. In that time, 2 men in this country have taken their own life because they didn't feel they could get the support they required. which is a sad state of affairs for all of us to be in. Not one of us should have to feel that way. And we just want to end that. We want people to be able to go out there and be open and honest and say to someone, I ain't too good. We've got people in the group of, yes, they've attempted taking their own life. The next day, they've been fortunate enough not to have. And they look back and they go, I'm so pleased it didn't work. How many of those people that have taken their own lives, given the chance, given the support, would have said, I don't need to do that.
So, we're now into the first afternoon of the match. Everyone settled into their swims. We were just about to provide an update on today's events when we were interrupted by the first fish landed. We were quite apprehensive about the railway doing a bite after all of the action coming from Larky 2 last year. Alfie, who's fishing in Second Willows, landed the first fish of the match in the shape of a beautiful 21-pound mirror, leaving him in good stead for the remainder of the weekend. We were in the middle of filming Alfie's fish when we had news of the next bite landed, this time to Chris, who's fishing in the motorbike on Larky 2. Chris managed to land a beautiful common weighing a touch under 21 pounds, which happened to be one of the originals, which had plenty of character. It's been a very busy day for the SWS team as we set up for the social event taking place tomorrow. We're all feeling quite confident that we're going to exceed our fundraising target after beating last year's amount by over £1,000. The team are going to treat ourselves to a nice curry after a very long first day around the lakes. Hopefully we have plenty more action to come as we head into the first night.
Yeah, you've not ruined our night out, don't we?
Just as the SWS team were winding down for the evening at around 10:30, we received another call from Alfie over in the Second Willows on the railway. He landed his second fish of the match in the shape of a lovely 18-pound mirror, which has comfortably put him in first place as we head into the weekend. To our surprise, the rest of the night passed without any further action across any of the lakes. The team were then up at 4:30 to prepare the hog roast and set up for the raffle. There's still a few hours left until the match is paused. With conditions looking prime for another bite, fingers crossed we have another fish to show you shortly.
I touched on last year about a couple of new waters we had in the pipeline. Firstly, one being called the Conservation Lake. This was formerly dug as a wetland area within the country park around sort of 15, 20 years ago. It actually then flooded, created a lake and carp were introduced, fish were introduced over the years. It was fully tree-lined and the banks were full of 8-foot plus bramble. We had a very hard and busy winter fighting the weather conditions. The mud was a real problem for us. We had lots of machinery stuck. We had to implement a track, which now the anglers use to their advantage. We put 16 comfortable swims in across the lake, which is under lock and key, which is a real advantage for the anglers. When we electrofished it this winter, there was around 60 to 70 originals, and we put 50 of our own stockies in to boost the numbers. We opened the lake from the 1st of April, and we're doing it on a membership basis. The anglers fishing have had great results so far. Our second lake we took over, known as Castle Lake, located just down in Leybourne, was first registered as a fishery in 1952, so it has some real decent history. Being much more of an established lake, this is a real gem. Over the last few months, we've carried out a fair amount of work to bring this back to its former glory. It's a weedy water with a woodland one side and a housing estate the other. We have installed 17 swims across the lake and stocked 20 stockies to add to the 70 originals that we found when we electrofished the lake. By the time you see this video, the Castle Lake will be open to members. It's exciting times at SWS Fisheries as our portfolio of lakes continues to grow. We look forward to seeing what the future holds. We got a proper one this time. Hopefully it don't let us down. 3, 2, 1. Thank you all very much for coming. Your support has been amazing. Once again this year, we have smashed our total, but we'll come to that shortly after. Those who are fishing in the match or those who are interested, we've had 3 fish out in the match with Alfie currently in the lead down in Willows, the second Willows on the railway. So well done, Alfie, but there is quite a lot of time left, so that could change. So the running total, it's gone up slightly, but we're £12,047.50 to date. So that's amazing, and I think everyone plays a massive great part in that, so well done. I'm gonna start the raffle, I think.
We were unsure how successful the match would be this year with the current state of affairs the country finds itself in. However, we've once again been truly overwhelmed by the generosity of both our sponsors, people within the angling trade, and also members of the public in the weeks leading up to the event and throughout the course of this weekend. Once again this year, we've been truly spoiled with the amount of prizes which have been donated by our sponsors. This is both from inside and outside the angling community. We are eternally grateful for all of your support. We've had a huge range of prizes donated, from small tackle items and bait bundles, larger tackle items such as sleep systems, bivvies and rods, fishing holidays to both France and Belgium, syndicate tickets, beer, wine and champagne bundles, gym memberships and many more. The raffle was shortly followed by a local hog roast which gave everyone the opportunity to kick back, relax and enjoy the afternoon. A huge thank you to everyone who gave up their time to come down from far and wide to support the event.
Hi, I'm John. I'm officially now Director of Men's Mind. How did I get here? I don't know, to be honest. It goes back to 2019. I had a breakdown. I tried to end it all. I worked in the city for 40 years and it just all got to me. I should not really be here because the amount of insulin I took, the doctors couldn't believe it. I won't go into the details of the dosage, etc. But when I woke up and saw everybody around me, I knew I wanted to get better. It wasn't me. So I went through a long process. At the time I lived in Essex. Went through a long process. I was institutionalised for a while. I came out, did various things to get me here. And then changed my career totally. I became an ambulance driver, which was fantastic. We moved to Kent because my grandchildren are here. And I saw a little note on Facebook about a group in Snodland, mental health group. And I thought, yeah, that sounded good. I contacted Tom first of all, and I missed the first night because it was pizza night. And that's what drew me to it. The following week, I got there. I went up the stairs, which is the very traumatic to me, going up the stairs and then going into an unknown adventure. A lot of people don't make it through the first day, but I did. Got in, sat down, felt at home. I've been a member of the group now for nearly 2 years. They're my second or third family because they all are sincere. They don't judge you. It's a wonderful place to be. Today we're at the Leybourne Lakes, the fisheries, and the SWS company group are fantastic. They have put on, I'm not a fisherman, far from it. They put on a five-star event, and to see everybody here just bonding, giving, talking, everybody's laughing, enjoying themselves, and that is what the event's about. And at the moment it's about £12,000 they've raised, and it's going to go up. This is amazing. For a charity like us, you know, it really funds a year, maybe 2 years, with our group for the location, and then also it helps with counselling sessions, which we put on for people. And it's just an amazing group. And all I can say is, if you're lonely, come and chat. Look us up on Facebook. You don't have to physically come down. We can actually still do it just by messenger. But we are here. It's worth a look. So thank you for the opportunity for the chat. If you need anything, just contact us. Thank you very much.
The match kicked back off at 3 p.m. It was only an hour or two before we were called back over to Larkfield to verify the fourth fish of the match landed. Another little character common, weighing a touch under 15 pounds, was caught by Joe, who's fishing in the right-hand high banks. We're now heading into the last evening of the match. Hopefully there's a few bites to be had throughout the night before the match ends at 11 o'clock tomorrow. On our way back from doing our evening update last night, we had a call from Billy, who's fishing in the middle road on the railway. He was made up to land his first carp of the match after losing one shortly after casting out on Friday afternoon in the shape of a beautiful little 15-pound two-tone linear.
It's a mega fish, man. This is beautiful. Like, you wait till I turn it round, it looks even better.
A further 2 fish were landed in the night, both coming from Larkfield. Firstly to Chris, who landed a cracking 21-pound mirror, and then Adam Han, who had a beautiful 15-pound stocky from the Willows. Shortly after first light, the team were awoken by Russell, who was standing at the back of the swim in Car Corner bent into a carp. The fish had got itself into quite a large weed bed, so the team launched the boat to aid landing it. After a short boat battle, the fish was safely landed, and what lay in the bottom of the net may be the best looking carp caught of the match so far. The fish was a beautiful 21-pound fully scaled mirror, which was made all the more special for Russell after driving down from Wales to fish this weekend with his son. He first fished the complex over 30 years ago. It was great to sit down and run through some old stories of the complex. He was also kind enough to show us some photos in his album from back in the day. The only water not to currently do a bite within the match is the conservation lake, which has come as a bit of a surprise, considering it's got the highest stock of carp out of any of the lakes within the complex. It's just gone 9:15. We've got a few hours left of the match before it concludes. Alfie in the second Willows currently sits in the lead, being the only angler to catch more than 1 fish.
My name's Russell. I fished here 30 years ago. My son asked me to come down and do a charity match on here. I've suffered with mental health issues for most of my life. I was very apprehensive about coming down with the response from new anglers, etc. I'm in a big group of guys that I don't know, but my son convinced me to come down, and I'm so glad I did. I've been able to be myself here this weekend. Everyone has been so nice here. My mental health has just disappeared this weekend. It's been fantastic down here. The guys I've been able to open up, and we've all had good, deep discussions about mental health issues in men, especially. You know, 1 man every 2 hours commits suicide. I found it very well-being in my mind here. We've had some really good discussions, as I just said. Everyone's been very open about it. We've raised a lot of money for a very good cause. Guys, it's about opening up and talking. It's not about shutting it away. And if that means I've got to come to a fishing lake 7 hours down the motorway to do it, I'm so pleased I did do it. I have got to admit, I've been very lucky. I've not really fished all weekend. I've been up in another swim with my son. Been chatting to everybody here today. We had a massive raffle. The atmosphere here has been stunning, absolutely stunning. I can't really say much more. It's just been, what a weekend, what a weekend. Take me out off to everybody that's been here this weekend, and a big thank you from me, massive thank you from me.
3, 2, 1.
So that concludes the match 2024 down at SWS Fisheries. A huge congratulations goes to Alfie, who won the match, receiving a Larkfield Complex season ticket and the winner's trophy. A final thank you to everyone who came down to support the event this weekend. Whether you took part in fishing, purchased raffle tickets, made donations, but most importantly, our sponsors, who have yet again pulled it out of the bag for us, which has enabled us to raise a phenomenal amount of money. This year, we far exceeded our fundraising target, raising a total of £12,517.50, beating last year's target by thousands. It's been a fantastic weekend. We hope everyone has enjoyed it as much as we have. We're already looking forward to next year's event. Hopefully we'll see you there.